Hello students, good afternoon. Today I am going to explain the question answer from chapter 1 of class 8, exercise question answer. Now let's discuss from exercise question number 1. Why are resources distributed unequally over the earth? Why are the resources distributed unevenly? That means unequally. That means resources are not distributed equally in everywhere. What is the main reason behind it, behind unequally distributed or unevenly distributed? So let's discuss. The distribution of resources is unevenly distributed in the world, not only our country. The main factors for unevenly distributed are physical factors. The physical factors are terrain, climate, height above the sea level, etc. Terrain means here terrace farming. This word is coming from terrace. That means in our country all of our land are not plain. In coming soon class, higher class of class 9, we'll discuss about the detailed explanations about our land. So the terrain is coming from terrace, that means slopes type. Those plants belong slope type. Then climate including temperature, rainfall are included in climate. Those places include tropical region, some areas are Mediterranean region, some places are tundra region, some places are polar regions. So different places have to different climate as different resources. Then height above the sea level. We know all that any kind of place or mountain or peninsula or plateau, we can determine from the height. We can determine the height from above the sea level. You know what? From the sea level, we can measurement the actual height of any place. So above the sea level, height of the sea level is the main factors for responsible the distribution, unevenly distribution of resources. Clear? Got it? Good. Now resource conservations. What do we mean by resource conservations? Am I right or not? That means using the resources carefully, not carelessly, carefully. Using the resources carefully and must give the time to renew or regenerate to fulfill the requirement in our environment. Clear? Is called resource conservation. Sustainable development is one of the most important method to conservation of any kind of resources. Clear? Once again I repeat, resource conservation. Resource conservation is that conservation using carefully of resources and giving them to renewed in our societies, in our environment for future generations is called resource conservation. So look at the board. Using the resources carefully and giving time to generated or renewed for future, for next generations. This called resource conservation. Sustainable development is the prominent method for resource conservation. Clear? Then third number questions. What do you mean by resource? Human resource. Human means the resource coming from human is called human resource. But human resource is that resource we cannot see, only just we can feel it, such as our skill, knowledge, technology, capability, quality, all of include is human resource. If any kind of resource can be found by us, until not use this type of resource using modification by our knowledge of resource qualities. That means this type of resource is called human resource. Clear? So human resources are very important because they have an intelligent mind. They have an intelligent mind. Knowledge, skill, quality. Above all things we can use to use ideal for resource is called human resource. Clear? So example of human resource, road, breeze. That means by using their knowledge, by using their human beings' knowledge, quality and skills to develop a bridge or a river, road are called human resource. Clear? Now what is sustainable development? Sustainable development is that development using the resource carefully at a present time and must be conserved or restored or saved for using future generations. Is that process are called sustainable development. Clear? We should use resources in such a balanced way that we satisfy our needs. After satisfy our needs, we must give to renewed for future generations. Not, that means aware from bad use of resources. Aware from bad use of resources. Such type of method we can easily conserve the resources. Clear? Then we talk about MCQ questions from chapter 1 after this type of questions. Clear? So please read this and revise again and again for better understand. Clear? Now we talk about MCQ question answer from exercise chapter. So what are these type questions? What is this questions? These questions are: which one of the following does not make substance a resource? Which one of the following does not make a substance a resource? Tour 1 question: which one of the following does not make substance a resource? Four options are giving for question number 1: utility, value and quantity. This question answer is C, quantity. Quantity is the substance a resource. Quantity does not make substance a resource. Clear? Quantity means number. How many? That is called does not make substance a resource. Clear? Then second number question: which one of the following is a human made resource? Which one of the following? Second number question: which one of the following is human resource? Clear? Three options are given for that second number questions: medicine to treat cancer. Medicines to treat cancer. Option number A is the answer. Medicines to treat cancer. That means medicines to treat. Medicines mean human made things or substance. Medicines are human made substance or things. That is to treat cancer is the example for human resource. Clear? Third number question: complete the statement. Biotic resources are derived from biotic resources are derived from we know all that biotic means living organisms. Am I right or not? The option number A, living organism. Clear? Biotic resources are derived from living organisms. Clear? Now we talk about some differences between potential and actual resource. Potential and actual resource. What do you mean by potential resource? The actual quantity. Potential resource are those resources which have actual quantity is not known. As such type of resource, till now those resources are not used, but in future time may be used such type of resource by using skills of knowledge, quality of human beings. This is called potential resource. Clear? So now let's discuss differences between potential resource and actual resource. First of all, we need to know about what is potential resource. Potential resource is that resource. Potential resource is that resource which are till date we not to use, but in future potential may be used, This type of resource known as potential resource. Clear? Actual resource is that resource resources which are used today easily and developed. Clear? Then second difference between potential resource and actual resource. The quantity of potential resource are the quantity of potential resource are not known, but the other hand, the quantity of resource are known. Third number difference, western part of Rajasthan and Gujarat has potential to produce wind energy and solar energy, but lack of water, that is not possible. Clear? Lack of water, that is not possible. This is the example of potential resource. Clear? The third difference between potential resource and actual resource example is coal production, petroleum, etc. Clear? These are the some differences between potential resource and actual resource. Once again I repeat, potential resource is that resource which are till date we not to use but in future may be used. This type of resource known as potential resource. Actual resource is that resource which are used today easily and developed easily, and we can reproduce. Clear? Then second number, the quantity of potential resource. Quantity, we are not know exact quantity of resource of potential resource, but the other hand actual resource, the quantity is known to all. Clear? Then example, where potential resource are found and what type of resource we can say potential resource. Western part of Rajasthan and Gujarat has enormous potential for development of wind energy and solar energy, but in that particular area, due to lack of water, this is not developed for such type of resources. in yearly rainfall in such type of region less than 150 millimeter. Clear? Then actual resource example, coal productions, petroleum. We know all that the quantity, the quality are available. Clear? The last questions today from that chapter, ubiquitous and localized resource. This is the some differences. Then we talk about ubiquitous resource and localized resource. What do you mean by ubiquitous resource? Ubiquitous resource are those resources which are found everywhere. Ubiquitous and localized resource. Ubiquitous and localized resource. What is ubiquitous resource? Ubiquitous resource are those resources which are found everywhere, which are developed everywhere. Such type of resource is called ubiquitous resource. Found we can say ubiquitous means everywhere. Ubiquitous resource are those resources which are found in everywhere. Is called ubiquitous resource. Clear? And localized resource, those resources are found in a particular area. Are found in a particular area. This type of resource are called localized resource. Clear? Ubiquitous resource are renewed automatically in our environment. but localized resource are not to renewed in our surroundings. Clear? Example of ubiquitous resource are example air, solar energy. Clear? And localized resource example coal, petroleum. That means this localized type of resource found only a particular area, such as coal. We can know all that coal is found in our country, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh. In some specific place, some particular place are found, but ubiquitous resource are found everywhere, such as our air. We can breathe. Am I right or not? Air we can breathe, water we can drink. Clear? And solar we can get energy. We get energy. Are there some difference between ubiquitous resource and localized resource? So these are the discussed questions from chapter 1 of class 8. In my next lecture we can discuss new topics from chapter 2. Okay, thank you. So thank you very much. Bye bye.